Here we go, and we're rolling. Today we're making a General Tso chicken. It's gonna be delicious. This is gonna be a low-calorie rendition. We're gonna get it crispy. We're gonna get it nice, sweet, spicy, Asian-y. And really with this dish, we are getting a new Asian staple. The reason why I make these videos is to show people that this entire nutrition, fitness, weight loss thing isn't that mysterious. It is livable, it is easy. What we're shooting for is a lifestyle, not a diet. So if that sounds good, if you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe because we are making all sorts of delicious videos that you probably hear, delicious recipes that you don't want to miss. Let's get cooking. This is gonna have a few moving pieces. We're gonna make the rice first, then we're gonna make the chicken marinade, we're gonna make a sauce, we're gonna combine, and it's gonna be great. So first things first, we're gonna start with the thing that takes the longest, which is going to be the rice. So we use this rice cooker here. We make huge portions of it because it's a phenomenal carb. I like it. We have our big bag of Kirkland Signature Costco rice. What I do recommend is picking a rice that you actually enjoy. We personally love Jasmine. I can eat this every day. We're gonna make a lot of rice. We're gonna make a lot of General Tso Chicken just so we can eat from this over the next couple days. With the rice, we're actually gonna be going for 4 cups. Very important is clean your rice. I'm pretty sure this entire bag is like 20 bucks. So what do we get? We get 25 pounds of rice, which is actually not a bad deal. Giving it a good old rinse. There we go. All right, super simple. Clean rice goes in. 30 minutes later, rice comes out perfect and you can't overcook it. All right, so in we go. This aroma rice cooker does have a cool feature. It's got this guy right here. If you want to put vegetables in the top, they come out steamed. Turn it on, pick your rice, make sure it starts. And we're done in 30 minutes. We're gonna do a quick intro of all the ingredients. Step number 1 is gonna be get the chicken marinating. Very, very basic. We're gonna get this chicken in here. We're gonna use some sesame. We're gonna use some cornstarch right here just to give it a bit of crisp. So instead of frying it, we can just use cornstarch. Pan fried, it's gonna have that flavor, that consistency that we're looking for. We're gonna use some sambal. Amazing way to get heat. Again, 0 calories. Sriracha is the exact same thing. Hoisin has a whole bunch of flavor. This is a great way to add a little bit of pop. And then to garnish, we're gonna be using the sesame seeds, some green onion, and also just a bit of bone broth for our sauce. Those are our contestants. Let's get the chicken marinated. So we have our chicken from Aldi here, and we're gonna be cutting it up into bite-sized pieces. Normally we get the full breast, but all they have was the tenderloins today. All good, we're just gonna do some cutting, do just a bit of cleaning on these guys, and we should be good. Cut me down. Not being counted. We cut up a bunch of chicken here, so it's about 2.5 pounds. This is gonna be 3 to 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is the low calorie, low sodium version, which is pretty, honestly, the same flavor. Next up, to get that crispiness, we're gonna be adding a bit of cornstarch. Now this, you can scale it up or down. 1 tablespoon is gonna have quite a bit of calories. We're probably gonna be going with 3, just because we do have 2.5 pounds of chicken in here. If you like it crispier, go for it. And then the last thing is gonna be an egg, a little bit of egg white. All right, actually, oh! This egg is just gonna add a bit of that binding agent. It's gonna help the final product be a bit stickier, which is kind of what we like, that crispy, saucy goodness. Go! We're gonna let that chicken sit to the side. We're gonna go ahead and get a small saucepan out just to get the base of our sauce ready. We have some sesame oil right here. We're gonna hit it with about a teaspoon. Next up, we're gonna be putting in the garlic, the ginger, and we're good. Good, and in we go. We're gonna do 3 cloves of garlic, just because we are garlic monsters. That was a big spritz. Next up is going to be a little bit of ginger. This is always the tricky part about ginger, is just getting this peel off. No good way to do this thing. Ah!
Perfect.
Okay, then we got our ginger. Mince it up real good. All right, in we go. And that's gonna be about 1 tablespoon. We're actually gonna use the white part for the sauce. So we're gonna get the roots and the tips out of here. And we're just gonna cut up a couple tablespoons here. Okay, in we go. Then for the top, we're gonna go ahead and actually just cut this now so we can garnish with it later. Cut the tips off just to remove the dirt. All right, so we have our little aromatics right here, and we're just gonna bring these up to about a medium heat. What?
The messiest cook.
I'm not the messiest cook. Okay, maybe. So anyway, this is all good. We have a little bit of sesame oil. This is gonna get really, really fragrant, and it's honestly gonna turn out great. So we're gonna go medium-high heat, and then we're gonna add a whole bunch of ingredients once we're there. I've been like really good about that. Did you get that on video?
Yeah. I don't believe you.
I have an issue with my spraying apparently. I spray all over the place. Rice is done. Okay, very, very aromatic. That smells amazing. What we're gonna be doing is adding a handful of ingredients here. We're gonna be adding 1 cup of the bone broth just to give it a little bit of that base. 2 tablespoons of soy. 1 and 2. And then the last one is gonna be the hoisin, 3 tablespoons, just because we are making 2.5 pounds of chicken that we are gonna be eating from for the next few days. Again, with a lot of these ingredients, scale it up or down based on what you need. I say that all the time. Does it make sense?
No.
Commenters, let me know if that makes sense.
So if you're gaining weight, add more. If you're trying to lose weight, don't use as much sodium and things with high calories.
Sodium's fine, but yeah,
Whatever.
the calories are gonna matter. Now, that's kind of the base. With our spicy ingredients, you can dial this up or down. Just like we talked about the calories, if you're a spice person, go for it. We're spicy people, we're gonna hit it pretty good. We have kind of nothing left in this sriracha, so we're gonna go ahead and zap it. But also not mess it up, so. We're gonna do about like 1.5 tablespoons here, and that's all that we got on this one. All right, that's all she wrote on the sriracha. And then the last one is just a bit of sambal. Since we have some sensitive tummies in here, we're just gonna do maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Again, this is totally optional. You don't need it unless you want it. We're gonna let this thicken. And this is gonna be our yummy sauce. And then the last thing we need to add here, now that we got our spice in, is going to be 1 tablespoon of the cornstarch. This is just gonna give it that thickness, gonna give it a bit of that coat that we're looking for when we're making this dish. So we're gonna give this a stir, then we're gonna start the chicken. It's getting nice and thick. We have that nice thick consistency. We're gonna keep it on low, just the bare minimum to keep it warm so we can coat the chicken, have a nice little beautiful dinner here, and it should be good. So we have a bunch of chicken here. We're actually gonna make this in batches. Once it's done, we're gonna put it over to the separate over there. This way, we're not in the pan, we're nice and crispy. We had a quick Dilbert break, and Camera Girl's back. The first batch is done. These look very nice. We have the second batch coming up right here. Want to make sure they're getting plenty of crisp, and there is a Dilbert hair. This isn't Dilbert. Even though the crust is forming, it's still got to cook all the way through. Then once it gets closer, turn up the heat just a bit, get nice and crusty, combine it all, then it's gonna be dinner time. And I don't know about Camera Girl, but I am hungry. Are you hungry? All right, so here we are. The second batch of the chicken is done. Looks great, looks nice and crispy. We're gonna combine everything in here. Okay, and then we're gonna have all this big, gorgeous, delicious sauce. We're just gonna go ahead and throw it in here. We're gonna make sure everything is nice and evenly coated. Yummy. Even Dilly's ready for it. Right now, I'm in kind of a unique spot. I'm in the process of losing weight, but I'm going to do gymnastics later tonight. So I actually need just a bit of carbs to make sure I get through it all. So I'm having a pretty good portion of rice.
Licky fingers.
Licky fingers. All right, right here on the top. Really beautiful. Nailed the presentation. So get a bit of protein in just because I'm kind of keep my protein nice and high. Garnish with a bit of green onion. Okay, awesome. A little more licky finger. And then last thing is gonna be a bit of sesame seeds. If you don't have this stuff, not the end of the world. Just adds a bit of that extra little layer, a little bit of crunch. And here is our low-calorie General Tso's chicken. We're gonna take a little bite. Oh yeah, that's good. The texture of the chicken the rice, the flavor, the sauce, the heat. Even I got a little bit of scallion on that. And it feels a little bit lighter just because of the ingredients we used. So it definitely has a little bit of that lighter side to it because it isn't fried. Is there anything else I need to say? I always say that. Yeah. That is a yummy dinner. So if you like videos like this, make sure to comment, subscribe down below. Give it a shot. Let us know what you think. We will see you in the next video.